Good morning, everybody. What's up? What's going on? And welcome back. Dude, I still don't have my voice. I tried to get a welcome back out. I was like, welcome back, guys. What's up, everybody? Patrick's in the house. What's up, man? Good morning, buddy. Tom over on YouTube. What's up, brother? Good morning. All right, we're going to dive into it. Today's the day that we're going to look at your stocks for the day. My goodness, my voice keeps cracking. It's coming back a little bit. It's not as bad as yesterday, but man, those high-pitched ones, they get you pretty good, don't they? My goodness. But yeah, we're going to dive into it, look at your stocks for the day, guys. Not really too much to discuss on the SPY and the Qs. SPY sitting at all-time highs. QQQ getting pretty close to all-time highs right now. So again, just not a lot to go with, not a lot to work with. IWM looks pretty decent today, so I'll give you guys the breakdown on IWM. And then Apple. Apple looks pretty good today as well, so I break that down. But for the next, 50 minutes, use me and abuse me. Any questions you guys have about trading, investing, could be business, let me know, man. Give me all the questions. I will help you guys out. If you guys have stocks you want to look at, then I will take a look at them for you. Ronak, Tesla, man. Yeah, dude. So I looked at Tesla this morning. I'm not really a fan, to be real with you, on where we're currently at. But here's the deal. I'll come in. I'll do some unbiased TA. And if I don't like it, I'll tell you straight up, I don't like it. I will not put my name behind it. I won't trade it. But if I see something that looks good, let's break it down. Let's build some plans. And let's see what we have, man. So Tesla. On the daily, we start on the daily and we go top down. So daily to 4 hour, to the 1 hour, to the 5 minute. And right now, man, we're just doing that top down analysis. So Tesla on the daily. Let's see what we got for today. So you're going to have this little zone right here between like 426.43 to 427.99. That's a pretty solid area. Of resistance for today. That's way up there. So we may not get there. We came up, we smacked it on Wednesday. We got rejected hard. We dumped on off. But is there any other levels that are a little bit closer to where we're at, a little bit more realistic that we could see a trade off of? That's the $1 million question. So yeah, we got this little zone on Tesla right here. Up against those daily lows. That's like 415 to 415.89. It's decent. Is there anything else in between that top zone and that bottom zone, like in that region? Not really, man. Not really. We had the gap down. We already closed the gap Wednesday on Tesla. Yeah, I mean, those are going to be like the two best areas for today on Tesla. So top daily resistance is between 426.43 to 427.99. And then that bottom level of support on Tesla is 415 to 415.89. So we can drill this into a lower time frame and get an idea of where we're at. And we see Tesla is starting to hit that first level of resistance, but we have yet to break it. So here's the deal. If Tesla can like open above that level, or even if it opens below, doesn't matter. But if we can like open above it or break above it at some point today, we can see Tesla hold that and regain that level of support. I think we can push back up to yesterday's high a day. That's like at 420.77. And then potentially up to that 426, 427 zone. But if we cannot break this daily zone, and let's say we keep just topping out, could we see a nice drop on off? I think so. Absolutely. Where to? I would say that little block from post-market close last night. So if we go zoom in to post-market, you see that little 5-minute candle close before we gapped up and opened higher this morning in pre-market. We can mark that 5-minute candle up. And I'd say like what, 70% of the time when we come back into those blocks, after we get a big gap up or gap down, we typically see a bounce off those levels. So with that being said, let's go ahead and just mark it up, because that would be an area that we could see a nice reaction off of. But that's a good target level. You know, that's a good target level. So if we see Tesla setting up off that 415 zone and we just cannot break above it, where would I say my first target to the downside would be? It'd be that little zone that was created on that 5-minute block from post market last night. So that'll put your like first target down around like 412. And then I would start to target yesterday's low of day. So these lows from yesterday down around like 409, 410. And that's to the short side if we see it set up short. But who's to say it sets up short, man? Like, what if we set up to the long side off that zone? Well, don't come in with any bias. Just take the trade long if that's how you see it setting up. And again, first target, just going to be these two highs from yesterday. They're on Tesla. So, I mean, it's decent, man. It's decent. I wouldn't say it's an amazing opportunity on Tesla. I would say it's decent. So let's go see how significant that zone is, that 415 zone. We had a nice low day bounce. We gap up the next day, come back into it, hold it, big impulsive move to the upside. Come back down to that zone on December 23rd, low a day, big bounce, followed by a gap up the next day, big push. Okay, I can dig it. Came back down and hit it again. Nice little bounce. And then other than that, you got a couple like touch points the last couple of days off that 415 zone, but nothing crazy. But here's what I want to do. I want to go look at this day right here on a 5-minute. This day on a 5-minute, and these couple of days on a 5-minute, and just see, did we move off that zone nice on a lower time frame those days that you just have those big bodies through? So let's go flip this into a 5. Let's go back, and let's see how we've moved off those days. So this is Tuesday. We got below it, retested it as resistance, so we see it was respected. Eventually regained that level, held it as support, and then we pushed. So I can see we can further validate the zone just based on 5-minute price movement on Tuesday. And I want to keep doing this. So you go look at last Friday in pre-market. We held it as support. Nice. Last Thursday, we got below it, stayed below it as resistance with another couple nice touch points. So I would say I can really, increase that zone's significance just based on how it's moved off that zone intraday on like a 5-minute time frame. So I would say that's a good enough level that I would be willing to trade off of it. And so let's make that our line in the sand on Tesla, our LITs. That's 415 to 415.89. And so how do I trade off a LITs? It just depends on how we're setting up. So if we hold it as support, I'll just take it long into a target. If we set up to the short side, again, I'll look to get short off that level and just take it short into like my first target. So it really depends on what side do we set up. But that's a pretty good enough zone to where if we see it setting up one way or the other, I would be willing to take a trade on Tesla. PC, what's up, man? Good morning. Man, that killed my voice. Wow. That absolutely killed my voice. And bear with me, guys. I've been under the weather for like the last 3 days. I'm still here, though. Still making it happen with you guys. So whoever asked about Tesla, that's the plan on Tesla today based on the analysis. That's TradingView. The Richa, that's TradingView. What's your favorite strategy, and can you explain how you use it? I don't trade typical retail strategies, guys. I created my own methodology to trading. So it's not like a bull flag strategy. It's not like a cup and handle strategy. I don't really trade ICT strategy. I've created a unique methodology to finding key levels that stocks move off of 70 to 80% of the time. So when a stock gets to one of those key levels, I read price action. And if I see price action supporting, like getting into the trade, I'll take the trade. So for example, Tesla, right? Tesla had a key daily zone up between like 426.43 to 427.99, right? And so what did Tesla do on Wednesday? Tesla opened and then it ripped right up into that zone. So we're at a key zone of resistance where I expect there to be more sellers than buyers. If there's more sellers than buyers in the market, price tends to move down. So I would want to get short and take a put. I need price action to show me that there are more sellers than buyers, though. That's the big thing. I need price action to show me, hey, there are more sellers than buyers. So Tesla runs up to that level, right? We get rejected once, we get rejected again. So we see buyers are in control this whole time, ripping the stock up. We hit a key zone where there's a 70 to 80% chance that if we hit the zone of resistance, price will fall. Why? Because we expect there to be more sellers than buyers. And again, when there's more sellers than buyers, prices fall. It's just basic supply and demand, right? So if I know that's a key level where 70 to 80% of the time it's going to make a move off that level, I just have to assess the level correctly. Is it support, resistance? It's resistance. Okay, what do I expect to see at resistance? More sellers than buyers. How do I validate and confirm there's more sellers than buyers? Price action. So as long as price action supports the trade, I take trades off key zones and I go from zone to zone. So that's it, man. I don't trade bull flags. I don't trade, the typical retail formations. They don't work consistently. It's like 50-50, man. I want to find trades where it's like 70 to 80% of the time, it's going to work in my favor. And the other thing too is low risk, high reward, right? That's why I like trading off zones, because where's your entry if you're looking to get in at a key zone? At the zone. So this was a short off that key zone of resistance, right? Where do my stops go? Above the zone. It's that simple. Get in at the zone, put stops above it, and then just look left and set a target, right? Risk reward is always really freaking good. You're talking 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1 setups. That's really good risk reward. You're not trading 1-to-1s, 2-to-1s. You usually get some pretty good high, reward to risk ratios on those trades. So low risk, high reward, just a few steps to find the zones. Biggest thing is you got to be patient and wait for the stock to get to the zone. You got to learn how to read price action. And then other than that, man, it's a super simple, effective way to trading. It's not rocket science, not super complex, and it always gives you really nice, good risk reward on the trades. So that's my methodology to trading. What indicator are you using on TradingView? So I don't really use indicators, man. The only indicator that I have on my chart, it's the RSI. So I use the RSI to spot like divergence for reversals because I primarily trade reversals. So I use the RSI to help spot divergence. But other than that, this is what my charts look like. I just trade off zones. That's it. Zones and price action, man. Zones and price action. If we have moderators, let's remove the butt kiss person. He's trolling. Wild, man. We're all about good vibes here. Good vibes, good energy. If you're going to comment and troll and be negative, we're just going to boot you, man. But this way of trading works. So for those of you that have been here for a while, that have pretty much validated the zoning process to find the zones, you see it work 70-80% of the time. So, and it's super simple, man. Trading should be simple. You shouldn't overcomplicate it. A lot of traders will just naturally overcomplicate the process. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Jace loves the simplicity. Yeah, man. I keep things simple but effective in everything that I do. Business, simple but effective, man. It's easy to overcomplicate business, but business is actually very, very simple as well. I own 3 businesses, and I used to overcomplicate it. No wonder I was never growing and scaling my businesses. When I took a step back and took a very simple approach to business, that's when things took off. Honor, what's up, man? What's up, buddy? So that's what you guys need to do as well. Just you need to keep your trading super simple, guys. Right? If you have all the indicators, remove them. Just start removing all the indicators and shit. Focus on key levels. Focus on price action. Focus on how to build a plan, right? Focus on developing a mindset that supports success in trading and start there. That'll build you a rock solid foundation to get to profitability in the market, right? Then if you want to start adding indicators back on because they're going to help you, then add indicators back on. But if you're not making money right now and you have multiple indicators on your chart, you should probably take a step back, remove all the BS, get rid of the fluff, and get back to what moves the market, right? Buyers and sellers move the market. So you got to find areas where you expect there to be more buyers than sellers or sellers than buyers, right? And those zones are areas where you do expect that. And again, 70-80% of the time, you see that follow through. You see it play out, right? Indicators don't move the market. Fib retracements don't move the market. I mean, indicators are good, some of them, right? Fibs are great. I use them. But what moves the market? Buyers and sellers, man. Find areas on the chart where you expect there to be more buyers than sellers, and then simply just trade accordingly, guys. Is this financial advice? No, there's even a disclaimer when you guys get here that this is not financial advice. I educate you guys on how to trade the market. So I've been trading for 10 years. I've been coaching traders for 5. So I've been coaching people longer than most of your TikTok traders have been trading themselves. But no, I like to show up and educate and help you guys out. Dustin, what's up, man? LeVar over on YouTube, what's up, man? What's that? IVDA? Or you mean NVDA? Talk about NVIDIA? Is there a way to see when the market's going to shoot up? I mean, yeah, if you're coming into like a level of demand, usually you get big pops out of demand. Or if you come up into a supply zone, you usually get nice, big, forceful drops out of supply. So you can identify areas where you expect to see potential impulsive moves. But normally, you got to wait for the market to do its thing, man. Right? My favorite saying is the market's going to do what the market wants to do. So let the market do its thing. Wait for it to get to one of your levels. Read price action and trade accordingly. Quit trying to predict what the market's going to do, man. Like, quit saying, it's got to do this. It's got to do that. Market doesn't have to do shit. Market's going to do what it wants to do. So quit trying to predict what the market's going to do and start reacting to what the market is doing. Big difference between predicting what the market's going to do and reacting to what the market's doing in real time. So start reacting and stop predicting. And then remove bias too. Remove bias. Oh, the market's got to go up today. No, it doesn't. It can dump. Market's got to drop today. No, it doesn't. It can go up. Right? Market doesn't have to do shit. It can sit sideways all day. You got to get your mindset right and how you approach the market mentally. And again, I've been trading for 10 years. These are all the mistakes I used to make. I used to come up with bias. I used to come in and predict the market. I used to trade with all the indicators and bullshit. It just never worked, man. It doesn't work for most traders either. LeVar, thanks for the analysis. Always helpful. Yeah, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here. And what you guys can do to support the stream, that's the only thing I ask when you guys are here, is like the stream. Like it on TikTok. Share it. It really helps support the stream. And then if you're on YouTube, like it. Then leave a comment on the stream too. It helps the algorithm. And then share it. That's the only thing I ask. I don't show up and sell you guys on shit. I don't tell you guys to buy my course. I don't do any of that. I show up. I help you guys just try and help you guys how to trade. That's it. Right? If you want to work with us, great. You know where to find me. Other than that, I just want to provide some value, educate you guys, make you guys better traders, have some fun. But yeah, that's the only thing I ask. Support the stream. But you said NVIDIA, so let's look at NVIDIA. Man, this is killing my voice, man. All right, so let's get an idea of what we have for NVIDIA. All right, this is a pretty decent zone. We tapped it the last couple of days too. And the reason I like this zone is we have a couple touch points back here. But the one thing that stands out to me is we had this gap down on November 22nd, came up, hit this high a day right around like 147, and then saw a nice impulsive move to the downside. So we had such a sharp, significant move away from that level that stands out. And we even gapped down that day before that sharp, significant move. That stands out to me. And then you see how we just came up and tapped it 2 days back to back and struggled to get above it. So we're further validating that level on NVIDIA's daily. So that's between 147.12. Actually, I got to readjust it. My bad. Let's readjust it. It's between 147.07 to 147.23. That's going to be an area that like we got to break above if you want to see this thing move higher. If we break above that level, next area to the upside, I believe you would get to It's going to be right up in this region here. That's between 148.79 to 149.02. And then we got to find some lower levels to the downside, because if we don't break that zone at 147, we're not moving up to the 149. We could drop on off. Okay, where to? I'd say you're going to come back down to this level first. Maybe. Can we tighten the zone up any? Yeah, let's tighten it up. Let's take the top down and let's bring the bottom down. I like that better. You get more touch points doing it that way. So that bottom zone is like 143.58 to 144.12. And so, yeah, it just so happened to be our last two lows of day on Wednesday, Thursday, but who cares about that? The zone's still valid from back here, right? From right here. And then we hit it and then had a nice little drop. Gapped above it, held it the last 2 days. So at least we're further validating it Wednesday, Thursday of this week. So that middle zone right here, that's your make or break. We call our make or break levels lines in the sand. It's a LITS. It's a make or break level. You break above it, you hold it, you get long. You fail to break it, you get short. So where's NVIDIA at? Oh, surprising. Would you look at that? Came up and hit that level in pre-market, and we failed to get above it. We came up, double topped, and then we dropped. So here's the deal. If NVIDIA comes up to that 147 zone and tops out again, and we can't break above it, I would be looking to get short down to that 144 zone. Okay, but if we can see a break above that 147 zone with some force, seeing that buyers are in control, we see a nice, healthy pullback into that level, and we hold above it today with good price action, I would get long off that 147 zone and play it long to that 149 zone. They're on NVIDIA. That looks decent. I think the SPY goes short. Why do you think that? Am I on a 5 minute right now? Yeah, that's NVIDIA on a 5 minute. So you just have to have time in the market and wait for confirmation. Yeah. Like, let the market open and don't do anything if you're not at a key zone. Seriously. Find your key zones, let the market open, and then wait. Just sit back and wait until what? The stock gets to a zone. Be patient. When the stock gets to that key zone, what's the next step? Read price action correctly. Cool. If price action is saying, hey, take a trade, make sure you have a plan built. Make sure you've got position correctly. Make sure you accept your risk, and then take the trade. And then just manage your trade. Don't manage your P&L, man. Manage your trade. Trading is that simple, guys. Trading doesn't have to be rocket science. It doesn't have to be complex, man. Too many traders overcomplicate it, though. Do I follow crypto? I invest in crypto, yeah. You love the song I'm playing? What's this? Good Father by Chris Tomlin. Here's my jam, though. This is my favorite song. I'm going to play it. Yeah, this is my jam. I love it. You guys got to watch the movie. There's a movie on Amazon called I Can Only Imagine. Dude, it's an awesome movie. Watched it last night with my wife. Beautiful movie. You got to watch it. Really good. You like the song too? Oh, this song is awesome. Watch the movie on Amazon. Beautiful movie, man. Good vibes up in here, man. Good vibes. That's it. All right, what are we looking at next? We still got some time. We got 20 more minutes together, guys. So you guys have questions, let me know. I'm going to watch it again in the night. It was that good. Yeah, I'm going to watch it again tonight. You guys got to watch The Chosen. Have you guys seen The Chosen? It's on Amazon now. It's a TV show. The Chosen, very good TV show. You got to watch The Chosen, man. You've got to watch The Chosen. So good. You've seen it? Oh, man, it's awesome. It's about the story of Jesus, about Jesus' time here on the earth and what he did. It's a beautiful movie, man. You learn a lot, too. So if you're not good at reading and you don't read the Bible like you should, which, I mean, you should, the movie's going to make you want to start picking up that Bible more and reading the Bible more. But it's basically, you know, his story about his life when he was here. I'm thinking about moving over to TradingView for better chart analysis and price action. What broker would I recommend? It depends on what you're trading. So what are you trading? Do you day trade, swing trade? Like, what's your style? Number one. Number two, what are you trading? You trading penny stocks? You trading shares of large caps? You trading options or futures? You give me that information, I'll tell you the best broker that I've used that fits your style and what you trade. Yeah, you're going to fall in love with The Chosen. You will. 100%. Mercy Me is awesome. I love it. Did I invest in Trump official coin? No, man. Meme coins are not investments, guys. Meme coins are not investments, all right? Can you trade them? Sure, you can trade them. You can trade the hype. They're not investments, though, guys. Let's look at XRP. Let's do it. So we're going to redo analysis on this because we've already came down to that $2 level, held it, popped. So now we got to reassess. So this looks like it was already its own little short-term pullback here into the 50. So that's a leg. So we don't want to mark up that leg. Pop, pull, pop. So this is the full leg here that I would run. So I would go from like this swing low up to this swing high. You see how we're basing off those fib levels? We've pulled back to the 38.2 support, back above the 23.6 support. We're building some higher lows and lower highs, so we're consolidating, right? Most traders would say this is a bull flag. You're not mistaken if you say this is a bull flag, but I don't trade bull flags. Why? Because if you trade a bull flag, you're trading in a period of consolidation. When you're in a period of consolidation, it's 50-50 on what direction it's going to go. That's why bull flags don't work. People think bull flags are high probability setups. They're not. Yeah, you get an impulsive move up before a period of consolidation, but if you're taking this trade because there's a bull flag, you're still trading in a period of consolidation, right? And it's just 50-50 odds. So with that being said, let's go find some key levels and key zones to trade off of. Who cares about bull flags, right? I don't care about bull flags. You see how we broke prior highs, retested prior highs, and then popped a little bit? So that's a level. You already hit it once. If you come back down to it again, I don't know if I would trust it for a second entry. The first is always the best when it comes to trading. The second one, lower probabilities. The third one, even lower. But that's an area right up against those highs that's an obvious level. It stands out. Honestly, I'm going to remove it because we've already hit it once. Where's like the next realistic area that we can see XRP come down to? I think it's going to be right here between 257 to 260. I think that's a great area. If we fail to break to the upside out of this consolidation and we drop on off, I think we come down to like that 257 before we see support, before we see buyers step back in. That's what I would say. But if we break out of this consolidation, then you're just going to go back and retest these highs, and maybe you break these highs, you know? So you can just mark up those highs. So to wrap it up on XRP, what do I see? I mean, not a lot. Why is that? Because you're in this period of consolidation. And the odds are 50% on what direction it's going to go. So why would I want to get long on XRP when it's 50-50? It's a coin toss. I don't want to trade coin toss setups. Right? I want those 70-30, 80-20 setups where the odds are forever in my favor. right? So if we can break down out of consolidation, I would say a great entry would be around 257 to 260 before being able to see price move back up, right? If we break to the upside out of consolidation, right, I would wait for the break, wait for that quick retest, and then play it long on the retest, just like you did here, right? Same thing. You break prior highs, right? You break prior highs, wait for the retest, and then get in on the retest. The same thing here. If we break out of consolidation to the upside, just wait for the break, wait for the retest at like 338, and then look for a potential entry to the upside. But right here, this is what we call a no touch zone. No touchy. Don't touch it, right? Because you just don't know where it's going to go, man. It's 50-50. If you want to trade 50-50 setups and never make money, go for it, right? Go for it. If you're like, I don't want to do that. I want like 70-30 odds. Okay, wait. I want to make money. Wait, right? We know where the best areas are to get in on XRP if we get to some of those lower levels. But right now, I can't justify touching it, number one. Number two, I've owned this since 2017, so I don't need to buy any more of it. I'm good. I'm waiting for this thing to just move over the next 4 years. LeVar, day and swing trade, options, calls and puts. So Weeble's good. A lot of people use Weeble. Schwab with TOS is really good as well. There's a platform that I use that I can link one account to multiple. So if I trade an option in one account and I make $100, it gets replicated across several accounts. So I don't have to manage trades in 5 accounts. I manage a trade in one account, but it's replicated against 5. Well, I would say, like, if you're going to be day trading, swing trading options, 2 of the most popular brokers is Webull and then Schwab. And you get the Thinkorswim platform with Schwab. It's really good. I used it for 7 years. You've been here since last year. Why do you keep coming back? For the newer people that are here, that are like, this is day 1 here, learning how to trade. For those of you that have been here for a while, why do you keep coming back? It's not because you really like my beautiful face, right? I mean, that's probably one of the reasons. And it's because I'm always drinking out of pink cups that say hello, gorgeous. So it's like, haha, we can joke on, dude. Why do you guys keep coming back over years? Chris, God bless, man. Are you a believer in Jesus Christ? Yes, I am. Amen, brother. I have not seen The Passion of Christ. I have not. And I think the reason I never watched it, because this was way back in the day, was it wasn't as biblically accurate as it could have been. I mean, it was just a rumor. Someone told me, it's like, yeah, it wasn't as biblically accurate as what it should have been. I'm like, well, I don't want to watch it then. You love learning the strategy, simplistic explanations. You enjoy the explanations and the sharing of education. The music led me here. I love it. Good vibes. Was it a good movie? I'll watch it then. Yeah, I'll go look at some reviews. I'll do some research on it. But like was it the movie Mary? I was kind of 50-50 with it because a lot of it wasn't biblically accurate. And that's why I was like a little 50-50 with it. It's like we're putting our own twist and our own opinion to it. And I don't like when people put their own twist and their own opinion to scripture, let alone a movie. So Frank, I have an entire training on that, man. So he's like, why do you choose 50-cent rectangles on my charts? What makes me choose that number? It's an entire process, man. It takes me about an hour to explain it. So if you want that training, here's what you guys should do. You should go click the link in my profile on TikTok to start, because I'm going to give you a free training, basically. It's an hour-long training on what those rectangles are, support resistance, and the process to find them. All right. So if you go click the link in my profile, the link tree, you'll see join the free community. So if you click that join free community button and you scroll down, you'll see join the free community. All right. Once you're inside of the free community, if you just go up here to where it says getting started and you go to free education and you scroll up, there's 6 video trainings and there's a link. So then you would just click that link, scroll down, and it's the lesson that's titled Top-Down Zoning Assessment and Opening Bell Preparation. It's like an hour-long training on my exact process on how I find those key levels to trade off of. Yeah, so whenever I drop the stream here in about 10 minutes, because I'm going to go coach with my students. I coach from like 9 to 11, 11:30. But yeah, once I end the stream, just go to my profile page, right, on TikTok. Click the Linktree link in the bio. It's going to take you to my Linktree. Click where it says join free community. And then just go ahead and scroll down that page. Go down and join the community. And once you're there, you'll see that you have access to free education. And there's probably like 10 different free trainings I give you. There's 6 awesome trainings here right from our courses. And then there's 10 steps to follow to become a profitable trader, how to use fib retracements properly, how to structure your trading account for risk parameters, how to read price action. There's a lot of good stuff here, guys. And actually that price action lesson, it's going to bye-bye. That was only there for that one day. But yeah, there's like 10, 11 trainings. And there's some high level trainings, man. It'll really help you guys out. It's that simple. How do you get into trading? Well, there's 2 ways to really get into trading, right? Number 1, well, actually, it starts with making the commitment to learning this. It all starts with the decision and the commitment to learn this. But then you have 2 paths. There's only 2 paths. Path 1 is the self-education path, where you're going to try and do this on your own through like YouTube videos and books and stuff like that. Statistically, it takes traders 3 to 5 years before they get to profitability on the self-education path. And that usually consists of a lot of losses where they're just losing a lot of money. Or there's the mentorship path, where you go find a coach, you find a mentor that can help you shorten the learning curve and really just avoid a lot of those costly mistakes that traders make. So it's 2 paths. One path takes statistically 3 to 5 years. It's full of losses. The path that I've created for my students literally takes like 3 to 5 months, right? And it doesn't consist of tons of losses. So make the decision that I want to learn the skill set and then say, what path do I want to go down? Do I want to try and do it myself? Do I want to find someone that's already done this, that has a track record of success and they know how to coach, so I can shorten the learning curve and not have to lose tons of money in the process? And then the decision's really up to you, man. Radio Barry, what's up, brother? Hopefully you hit your guy up and told him to sit down and do those things with you. That's going to help you out a lot. Going to really help out. I day trade, I swing trade, and I invest in the long term all at the same time. So I day trade, I swing trade, and I invest at the same time because my accounts are replicated accounts. So everything I do in one account, it replicates against multiple. So I'm able to manage my long-term investment accounts. I'm able to manage my custodial accounts with my kids, my long-term just investment account, not a Roth. And everything that I do in one account, it replicates against all of those accounts. So I'm like 5xing my my input with no more output. So instead of me having to spend here, in the market all day to take trades in 5 different accounts, I can just come in and spend the 2 hours that I want to spend in one account, right? Hit my goal, and I know it's going to be 5x'd against all of the accounts that I have linked to it. The M3 gives alerts each day. What are you talking about on the M3 gives alerts? So if you're talking about our mentorship, I train and work with my traders every day when the market's open in a private Zoom. So we don't just say buy here, sell here. It's not going to help you guys, right? Buy here, sell here. Why, Josh? Why? And then the lag time, and you don't even understand what the hell you're doing. You're not going to make money, man. Alerts don't work. What do? I sit in the market with my students when the market's live, and we trade live together. So it's like, okay, here's a trade that's coming up. What's the trade? I explain it. I educate it. What do we want to see step by step? Here's how we build a plan. Here's how many contracts we're going to take. I pull my broker open and I pick and choose the options with everybody. The trade sets up. I hit the buy button. Everybody's buying with me if they want, if they understand the trade. So if you think of it as an alert, it's not an alert, but if you're going to think of it that way, it's a quality alert, right? I'm actually giving you the step-by-step walkthrough on the trade, executing the trade, managing the trade, reviewing the trade step by step by step by step, because I want to create independent traders. I want you guys to be self-sufficient. Now, God forbid something happens to me, but tomorrow's not promised. That's it. So if I just gave alerts and something happened to me, you guys are clueless. But if I teach you how to do this, guess what? God forbid something happens to me, you guys have the skill set. I want you guys to have the skill set. Do I have a lesson on TradingView? No, but I train my students on TradingView and how to set it up. So if they need to book like a one-on-one call with me, they can book a one-on-one. And if they want like platform setup help, then I can go through and help them set up the platform. Where can I find out details about the coaching? 2 places. You can go click the link in my profile on TikTok, or you can send me a DM on TikTok. It's up to you. Most people send me a DM, have a conversation. If we need to jump on a quick phone call, we can jump on a quick call. See if you're a good fit for the program. If you're not quite ready for the program to really get that intense with it, we have other options. We can start you just in the course material. We can start you in just a nice membership to kind of get the ball rolling, depending on how much time you have in your experience. But if you have the time and if you have the experience and you're ready to make this happen fast and not F around, basically, and you just want to see results quick, then we'll invite you into the mentorship and we'll start working with you. You can just send me a DM on TikTok, or just go click that Linktree link in my TikTok profile. Still click the button that says join my free community. And if you just go through this page, that'll explain basically what we do and how we get results for traders. So we only bring in about 3 students a month. About 3 students a month. It varies, right? If I bring in 2 students one month, then I'll have 4 seats open for the next. So it really depends on how many slots are filled, because I don't take on too many clients to where I can't really serve them at a high level and get them results, right? I have limited bandwidth, man. I only have so much time in a day. So if I bring in like 50 people in a month, I can't serve 50 people properly in a month. It wouldn't be fair to you guys. I mean, I make a boatload of money, but it's not about money. It's about helping you guys. All right. Making money is a byproduct of that. Helps me run my business and pay people. So again, we're pretty limited on, the amount of people we bring in on any given month. And it comes down to, at the same time, like, are you a good fit for the program? Not just everybody is a good fit. Maybe you don't have the time to commit. If you don't have enough time to commit to it, it just doesn't make sense right now. And I don't want you to make the investment if you don't have the time to get what you need within that 3 months, right? So it really depends. So just shoot me a DM on TikTok. We'll have a conversation and you can ask any questions you have. I'll answer the questions and we'll go from there. So much value in one stream. Always drop into value. I can't say the B word. I always get like banned. Gold nuggets. There we go. Gold nuggets. All right. I'm going to go warm up my coffee and I'll be right back, guys. Frank, how do you manage coaching if you own other businesses? I am looking to add this. It's simple for me. It consists of really three things. God really gives me the ability to manage my other businesses. Like he's blessed me with the skill set to leverage that skill set. And, I pray on things first. It's like I have these ideas and these ventures I want to roll with. If God says no, he says no. But the fact that I'm able to have these businesses and find the time to manage them tells me that it's within God's will for me, number one. Number two, it just comes down to being able to segment your time throughout the day and then time block accordingly. And then do a good job with getting in the flow states, right? So at the end of the day, it's like I have 5 days in a week, 5 working days in a week. And all I have to do is be very, very conscious of my time that I spent, right? So I just come in and I dedicate certain time blocks per day to dedicate to a certain business. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday are my coaching days for traders. Not the entire day, but the right time during the day to make sure my students get results and they're able to make money. And that leaves me Tuesday and Thursday to work on other businesses. And then I still have other time at the end of the evening to work on businesses as well. It's just all about balance, man. All about balance. Balance, being conscious about your time, being able to structure your time correctly. And that when you hit one of those time blocks, you know how to get into a flow state to where you're 10 times more productive than the average person. And I would say that if I gave you a task, or if I gave you like 5 tasks to complete in 2 hours, and you give the same 5 tasks to me to complete in 2 hours, I will complete them. You may complete 1 or 2. Right? I'm just really, really good at getting into what we call a flow state and making sure that I'm working on the task at hand until completion. It increases my productivity by about 5 to 10x. And then we have team members too, man. So I don't do everything within the business. I outsource a lot of things. We have employees. We have 1099 contractors. We pay individuals to help us with things. So I don't do everything within the business because I have other people that help. What time is it? We're going to go live on the Zoom. So last question, if you guys got one. I have time for one more question, but then I'm going to be leaving you guys. So have a blessed day. Happy, safe trading. I'll be back here Monday morning. But if you guys have one more question, I'm more than happy to answer it. LeVar, I will become a student next week. Are you still accepting? I have one more seat for the month of January, and then I'll have 3 seats open for February. So yeah, one more seat for January, but we have like 3 people waiting for that. And then I have 3 right now seats open at this time for February. You're done trying to self-learn because you have shown me enough to learn from you. That's awesome, LeVar. Well, yeah, just hit me up, right? Go click the link in the description on YouTube. That'll take you over to that page. Go ahead and go through the process, book a call with me, or go to my TikTok channel and just send me a DM, man, and we'll set a time to chat. Ray, absolutely, buddy. 100%. All right, guys, well, have a blessed day. Trade smart, trade safe, do the right things in the market. All right, stay disciplined, and enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys back here on TikTok and YouTube Monday morning at 8 a.m. All right, so every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm live on TikTok and YouTube from 8 to 9, and then occasionally we do free stream day to where I'll just leave the stream open in the entire day. But have a good one. Stay blessed, guys, and I will catch you guys back here Monday morning.